Disney games were big sellers on the 8 and 16-bit systems. The most notable game would be Castle of Illusion for the Master System and the Mega Drive, and playing as Mickey Mouse was a lot of fun, except for Fantasia.
After its huge popularity, it would only make sense to make more platform games like them, but with different characters such as Donald Duck, Mowgli, Pocahontas, Daffy Duck and so on. And with these games aimed at kids for their target audience, they were relatively balanced in difficulty, so the less experienced player wouldn't give up trying to complete the game, and at the same time, it wouldn't be a walkthrough. Then came along The Lion King, and this game promised to fuck you in all directions. If you were good at platform games, then you won't be any longer. This game tries to follow the movie chapter by chapter, and it does it well. You of course play as a young cub called Simba, and being a cub you won't have amazing strength or skill. As adult Simba you can attack by swiping your poorer enemies, and startling them by roaring. With the roar being underwhelming, you can only startle small creatures like bugs and lizards. Anything larger will have no effect, but you can jump on all enemies except the porcupine. You'll have a health gauge and a roar meter in the top of the screen, and finding various collectibles such as bugs will top these up. You'll need to jump across platforms to make your way through the levels, and if they are slightly out of reach then you can always grab hold of the ledge and pull yourself up. This applies to various objects throughout the game such as bones, rocks and anything that looks like a platform that can be walked on. Simba can also roll attack, but this can only be done when he's a cub. Various beetles can be found which will add small or large amounts of health to Simba's gauge and increase the roar meter. The beetles are the only good items to collect. If you collect anything else like a dragonfly, spider or anything that's dark in appearance, then this will harm Simba in some way. There are 10 levels to get through and you'll begin in the Pride Lands where everything is simple. A kind of get to know your character level. This will then move on to the level of Doom. Tough monkey puzzles as well as jumping on giraffes' heads, swinging from rhinos' tails and riding an ostrich across a plain, avoiding obstacles in your way, all of which will test your patience to the absolute limit. The monkey tree puzzle isn't so bad when you get used to it, but it's avoiding the water and the ostrich section that will take most of your lives away. Even if you're used to this level, it still becomes hard to be precise with your movements and grab hold of something. I had to use save states here, but even so, look how many times Simba passes through the tail. Want to know how many attempts this took?
39. 39 fucking attempts to do this piece of shit.
Apparently this was set to a high difficulty because of the rental market. If a game was made too easy, then nobody would want to buy a copy after they've completed it. To be honest, if I'd rented this game and failed as much as I did on the second level, then it wouldn't make me want to spend 40 quid on the fucking thing. Imagine Sonic the Hedgehog suddenly changing from a casual stroll in Green Hill, then turning into ghouls and ghosts. Once you've got through this level, then it doesn't get much better. There's lots of hazards everywhere, and it's a case of remembering what was where. Simba turns into an adult after a few levels, where his attacks are stronger, but you also have stronger enemies. Between a couple of levels you get a bonus stage where you'll control Pumbaa. Here you'll need to eat as many bugs as you can that fall from the top of the screen. If you have Timon as a playable character, then it's pretty much the same, except you can jump onto platforms to collect more bugs. If a good bug hits the floor, then the level ends. You will encounter bosses, and it varies the type of enemy you'll meet. There's a gorilla that knocks the fuck out of you when you get too close, and the hyenas that jump around and land on you. But is this game any good? If anyone ever mentions this game in conversation, then my first reaction is it's shit. But that's not really true. It's only the difficulty that lets this game down. The graphics are excellent, the scenes for each level are very detailed, and so are the sprites. The animations look brilliant and the characters are spot on. The music is all from the film and sounds great in 16-bit. And the cutscenes between levels are a nice transition and some nice vocal samples too. Simba controls fine, although it seems it can be hit and miss when you're trying to grab hold of a platform mid-jump. Some attacks don't connect all the time, and avoiding enemy attacks can be challenging. If you want to succeed in winning this game, then you'll need to know what's coming and where all the extra lives are hidden. Getting as much as you can from the bonus levels will help too. It's a very good game, with a sudden difficulty curve that will put a lot of people off. But everything else is pretty much spot on. I'd give it 72%.
Thanks for watching.
If for some strange reason you like my videos, please consider subscribing so I don't feel so unpopular. Do you know what I mean?